strings the other way. It doesn't matter so much. You may be comfortable with one or the other. I'm going to start with just the simple method of putting the string through. Before I tighten the string, I'll take a little powder graphite, just like you're coloring it in. Just leaves a little layer of powder in the nut slot, and it keeps the string sliding evenly through the nut. If you ever get a ping or a ting while you're tuning, it's not a bad string, it's not a bad tuner, it's the string sticking in the nut slot. So what I do is I pull the string tight. You need a way to measure how much string to pull back. I use the frets, so I will pull the string tight, grab it at the first fret, and I'll pull back just past one full fret. And that's the length I'll use. Some people do a hand's width, just as long as you can repeat it and you become comfortable with it. I take the string, I wrap over the tuner and over the tail. Then I lift the tail up. And then from that point on, I wind down the tuner. I got about 2 winds on there, maybe 3. You put a nice sharp bend in the string coming up. That helps lock the cord of the wind. And then you cut it off. Tune it up. I like to give the string just a slight tug to seat it at the tuner and at the bridge. Dunlop strings have a really quick break-in period, and there's no need to overstretch them. You just want to seat them. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the locking method on the A string. Okay. Sometimes you can just pull the bridge pin out by yourself with your fingers. Again, they don't need to be very tight. They're just there to hold the string in gently. We'll carefully unwrap the string. Don't put any kinks in it, or it'll make the string buzz. So again, I'm pulling on the string, tugging on it. I feel it jump from the bottom of the bridge pin up. We're good. Now in the locking method, I start with the hole through the tuner parallel with the nut, going straight across. Again, we'll put the string through the hole. You don't need as much string in the locking method as you do with the standard method, so I'll pull it tight and I'll maybe put 1 fret's worth of relief in the string, or a tight hand. You bring the tail end back around towards the center of the peg head. You go underneath the business end of the string. You pull the tail tight, and then you sharply bend it upwards and back. And basically, it's not a knot, it's just crossing over itself. You would never want to knot a string on a tuning peg. So then you go ahead and wind it on. Again, you don't need a lot of wraps when you lock. With the locking method, it can be a little quicker if you're in a hurry. It's harder to take the string off the guitar. That's a reason not to do it. Again, there you go. Give it a slight tug. And there you go. There's your 2 methods. I'm going to show you quickly the same thing on the treble strings. On the standard method, I do something a little different, which is I go over the top twice. And being careful not to put any kinks in the string. You just want it to come off nice and easy. There you go. Tug it. It's not pulling it out. And again, only finger tight. No need to hammer them in or anything like that. If they creep out while you're tightening the string, just gently push it down. Over tight bridge pins will crack your bridge. You often see a crack between the bridge pins going right through the bridge. Just again, no need. If they don't fit, have that looked at. Little graphite in the nut slot. I've got the tuning machine lined up with the nut. Go through. Now I need a little more string on the plain strings because I go over twice and then under, so it crosses over itself. So I can go to a fret and a half back, or again, this will be a wide hand spacing. So now I'm going to go over the tail once, over the tail twice, lift it up, and wind down. Give it a little tug, and then make sure it's sharply bent up, and cut it off. There you go. And you're done. That's it. It's very simple. Thanks.